Good morning, everyone. It is April 10th, 2018. I'm here at the D.C. Clothesline, South Carolina, introducing Secession bill in response to latest attack on gun owner rights. The U.S. occupied state of South Carolina, at least that is what I call my home state, is once again presenting a front just as she did against the tyrant Abraham Lincoln before the War of Northern Aggression. 3 House representatives introduced a bill that would allow 4 representatives to debate the issue of secession if the federal government confiscates legally purchased firearms in this state. And we are being set up for war on at least 2 sides, if not 3 or 4. Being set up for war with Russia and Syria and all their allies. We're being set up for civil war here in the United States over gun rights and other transgressions from the government. So when you have all these powerful people pushing for these things, at some point they're going to happen. The bill was sponsored by Republican Representative Mike Pitts of Lawrence. It's a nice place, Lawrence. And was co-sponsored by Republican Representative Jonathan Hill of Anderson. Not so nice of a place. And Ashley Trantham of Greenville. Not such a nice place. Where did I leave off here? Oh, right. While Pitts acknowledges that the bill has no chance of passing this year, he referred to the issue of secession as a defense of the Bill of Rights. Now, it's kind of funny that he should mention the Bill of Rights, because every day here in South Carolina, people are needlessly brutalized and incarcerated for possessing a plant, among other petty bullshit nonsensical things. And see, these cops here are just the same as the ones down there in Florida. They are cowardly. They are weak. They are pathetic. But at least we got a couple of assholes up here that want to keep our guns. And make no mistake about it, just because they're introducing this legislation does not mean I have any kind of love or respect for these people. I do not. But good for them nonetheless. He says without a Bill of Rights, our nation is not what it is. Our nation is not what it is anyway. Part of our problem is our politicians are also indoctrinated. They actually believe the shit they talk. Seriously. Some of them have no idea that they're being manipulated into saying some of the things that they say and doing some of the things that they do. It's called peer pressure, and it works. That's why Washington is what it is. It's crowd psychology. It's groupthink. However you want to look at it. We don't have a Bill of Rights, nor do we have an actual Second Amendment. Again, I tell you, the Constitution was suspended. I want to say during Truman's administration. I am not 100% on that. I want to say it was during his administration when the federal government went insolvent. They went bankrupt, broke, and at that point, banker rule took over. But the Washington Times reports Pitts, an ardent supporter of gun rights, said he had been mulling such a proposal for a while and felt it was necessary to bring the bill forward. He said he wasn't spurred by recent comments by retired Supreme Court Justice Paul Stevens, who recently wrote in an op-ed that a repeal of the Second Amendment would be simple and would do more to weaken the NRA's ability to stymie legislative debate and block constructive gun control legislation than any other available option. South Carolina was the first state to secede from the Union before the Civil War, voting in December of 1860 to make the decision based on increasing hostility on the part of the non-slaveholding states to the institution of slavery. Other states have proposed secession-related measures. In 2013, several counties moved to secede from Colorado and form their own state, and an unsuccessful movement was in part driven by new gun control laws passed by the Democratic legislature. As for Pitts, he is not seeking secession, but is ready to have open debate on the issue should things continue in the manner they are going. So what's the fucking point of having this debate if he's not sincere in his desire for succession? See, just another person talking. And that's all these people do is fucking talk. Talk, talk, talk. Do they ever really do anything besides rob us of our God-given rights, our God-given human rights? He says, "I'm not promoting secession," said the Army veteran. "I served this country and I don't want to see it broken up." It is already broken up. Thought I'd share this with you. I thought it was very interesting since I live here in South Carolina. We'll see how long Mr. Paul's... Yeah, I think I'll share this.
This weekend I got a couple calls from the media asking me questions about Rick Perry, our governor here in Texas, the statements he made about possible secession. Now, he didn't call for secession, but he was restating a principle that was long held, and at least in the original time of our country, and that is that there was a right to secession. Actually, after the Civil War, nobody believes there is a so-called right to secession, but it is a very legitimate issue to debate, because all the states that came into the Union before the Civil War believed they had a right to secede. And New England in the early part of the 19th century actually considered it, and nobody questioned them about whether they had the right to do it or not. Since the Civil War, it's been sort of a dead issue, but he brought it up. It stirred the media, and believe me, it really stirred some of the liberal media, where they started really screaming about what is going on here. This is un-American. I heard one individual say, this is treasonous to even talk about it. Well, they don't know their history very well, because if they think about it, it's an American tradition. It's very American to talk about secession. That's how we came into being. 13 colonies seceded from the British and established a new country. So secession is a very much of an American principle. What about all the strong endorsements we have given over the past decade or two of those republics that seceded from the Soviet system? We were delighted with this. We never said, oh no, secession is treasonous. No, secession is a good principle. Just think of the benefits that would have come over these last 230-some years if the principle of secession had existed. That means the federal government would always have been restrained not to overburden the states with too much federalism, too many federal rules and regulations. But since that was all wiped out with the Civil War, the states, the federal government has grown by leaps and bounds, and we have suffered the consequences. And we need to reconsider this. We should think about it. It's not un-American to think about the possibility of secession. This is something that is voluntary. We came together voluntarily. A free society means you can dissolve it voluntarily. That's what the whole issue was about. Just remember, one of the reasons that Wilson drove us in unnecessarily into World War I, he talked about, well, we have to have every country in the world the benefit of self-determination. A good principle. Of course, I don't think he...
Yeah, but we get none of those things. Anyway, I thought I would share this with you. I hope all of you have a good day. Remember, kill the state before the state kills you.